There has been so many new makeup launches and I was able to try all of these. So I'm gonna tell you which ones I think are worth the money and which ones are not. Rare Beauty just came out with a new pressed powder. What I love about the powder is how lightweight and skin-like it is. I think it's good for touch-ups for already existing makeup because no matter how much of this you put on, it's never gonna look cakey. It really just becomes like so skin-like on the skin, and like I said, it's never gonna be cakey, so I think it's really pretty. Not a fully matte powder. It's always gonna leave like some sort of radiance and dimension to your skin. I don't like to use it alone to set my face because I don't think it's as blurring as some of my other pressed powders. Like I think that the Kosas pressed powder is more blurring and the Hourglass is more blurring. Don't know how this would be on oily skin because I have normal to dry skin and I really don't think it's that oil controlling. Like I think if you want an oil controlling powder, go for the Fenty or go for Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's really pretty to use on top of other powders because it's always gonna leave like this beautiful soft cloud-like look. But if you're looking for oil control matte blurring setting powder, go for the other option. Urban Decay came out with a new all-nighter setting spray. This is their hyaluronic acid watermelon setting spray. So this is supposed to be like more hydrating than their original one, and honestly I don't really see a difference when I use these other than the fact that this formula smells like watermelon. When they're on the skin, they both are good. They're both long lasting, so if you already have this one, you can pass on this one. Fenty came out with new Gloss Bomb sticks and this is amazing. First of all, it smells exactly like the original Gloss Bombs, which I love. I'm wearing the shade Is It Fussy right now. Before I tried this, I was thinking it was gonna be like a super melty formula like the Tarte Maracuja or even the Hourglass. While it is super glossy, it's definitely like a more firm texture, if that makes sense. Like it's not gonna like melt off and like go through the product quickly. It's not as thick as like the Tarte Maracuja, which I don't like the Tarte one because I think it's so thick. This is a little bit thinner. It really just feels like a lip gloss on the lips. It's super shiny. I really like it. I was also pleasantly surprised with the lip liner. This is actually one of the best lip liners that I've tried. It is super melty and creamy when you apply it. It glides onto the lip with like no tug, which I like. And because this formula was so creamy, I was not expecting it to last long, but once it dries down, it is not budging. Like it is stuck on your lips. It is so long lasting. Even using makeup remover, it still is kind of hard to get off. And speaking of lip liners, I was very impressed with the new Maybelline Lifter Liner. You guys know that I can't stop talking about this. Similarly to the Fenty Beauty one, this is also a very creamy formula. It's a little less creamy than the Fenty, but very creamy. And the Maybelline one also dries down matte and doesn't smudge. These are both very long lasting lip liners. I'm so impressed with both of them. It's hard for me to tell which one's longer lasting. I honestly think that they're pretty similar. I just think the Fenty one's a little bit more creamy, but do with this information what you will because this is high-end, this is drugstore. Kylie Cosmetics came out with a new skin tint and I think that this is a good skin tint, but I wasn't blown away by it. I don't think it was like anything game-changing on the market. This claims to be a medium coverage, but I actually think it's more sheer to light coverage. It most reminds me of the Summer Fridays because it has like the same like runny texture. It's a very pretty natural skin tint. You can definitely see your skin peeking through and I like it, but if you already have a skin tint, I don't think you need to like run out and get it. I am very impressed with the new ColourPop lip oils. I think it's really unique that they came out with two creamy formulas. I feel like you don't really see a lot of creamy lip oil. They're a plumping lip oil, but they're not painful. They're more so just like minty cooling. They're really pretty. They're high shine, they're hydrating, they're affordable. I just don't like how messy it is to get the applicator out of the bottle. Like that doesn't fit in there properly, so that's kind of annoying. Go to part two.